My thesis here, my really tentative thesis, but this strikes me as I might be onto something here. Yeah, I'm probably just going to grind some stuff off camera. But that plot is actually kind of significant, and it does become important, so I don't want to get to the end of it off stream. So I will have to come back for at least the important part. Anyway, so yeah, the masculine versus feminine story structure, the hero's journey versus the heroine's journey, if you want. One of the things, so it depends on how the goal of the story or the goal of the hero is being pursued. In the traditional masculine hero's journey, what we always think of from time immemorial, the kind of thing Joseph Campbell talks about in The Hero with a Thousand Faces, and the sort of Jungian archetype of the hero, that whole deal. What that's talking about is the basic plot of that is a hero, usually with a group of friends, will pursue a goal and will find the means to accomplish that goal. To my mind, the clearest example of this and the most historically prototypical example is the Trials of Hercules. Hercules needs to prove his worthiness of Zeus, or Heracles, whatever you want to call it. And so he has tasks set before him. In some of these cases, he finds allies who help him through them, but those allies are means towards the goal. Right? They're means towards the goal in the sense that those allies are going to help him with something specific that he already has in mind. Because of this, the allies are part of the journey, but they're not... Let me put it this way. The allies are part of the journey, but they are not part of the hero. That's, I think, the difference. Because while the hero's journey, the masculine journey, it moves from an initial starting point through a series of steps which are usually foreseen and planned towards an end goal, like pursuing the end goal directly. The contrast feminine heroine's journey, as I've been calling it at least, rather than having a particular plan to get to the end goal and knowing what steps need to be taken to get there, it begins with having an end goal. In the case of Mass Effect, it is defeating Saren and stopping the presumed invasion of the Reapers. And so it has an end goal, right? But Shepard, in this case, does not know how she is going to accomplish that goal. So what she does is instead of finding steps to take to accomplish the goal, what she does first is gather around herself a squad, right? To use the term in the game, right? She gets a party together. She gets a group of fellow heroes over whom she is the definitive leader. Right? The hero, the prototypical hero, does not need to necessarily be the leader. I think, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think that the prototypical feminine heroine does need to be the leader because she is the one who brings together this disparate group of people. In this case, brings together the squad of the weird eclectic group that she brings onto the ship. And only by bringing together this group and kind of binding them together into a cohesive unit do their skills, their knowledge, and their abilities sort of mesh together to form a way of accomplishing the goal. Right? The way of accomplishing the goal only comes together through through how the people work together to do it. Right? It's not a matter of you need Garrus because of his connections at CSEC in order to accomplish this goal. No. The reason Shepard needs Garrus is because he is Garrus. And because there is something that he is contributing not just to the quest, but to the team. And the team is what is then accomplishing the ultimate goal of defeating Saren. And they have to work. It's not just that Shepard needs to use different individual skills and abilities from all of them. It's that they have to come together to form a cohesive unit that is then going to accomplish the goal. And Shepard is the kind of communal or sort of community forming, or you might even say nurturing figure, excuse me, that brings in this call it a group of friends in order to get the thing done. So Kylie asks, so the masculine side is more one track, and side characters are a means to an end. The feminine side works out what to do along the way and utilizes the side characters as part of a whole. Yeah, I think that's a good way of summarizing it. I think so. If nothing else, it is something very much like that. Just because that it focuses on the group which is organized beneath the heroine, if you want to think of it that way, right? That Shepard in this case is the archetypal heroine, but she's the archetypal heroine because of the squad that she leads. Right? As I think she winds up saying way later, I think in the third game, there's no Shepard without Vicarian. We talked about Garrus Vicarian. And that really goes for any member of the squad, just about. It's hard to think of any of the at least core cast of any of the games that Shepard's journey would be complete